Marcelli, and go over some of the ingredients we have for the Cuban snapper.
Today we have whole butter, cilantro, key lime juice, black beans, red onions, and diced green bell peppers.
Okay. And how long does the Cuban snapper take to cook?
It takes about 6 to 8 minutes, and depending on how many we got going at one time.
How many can you have going at one time?
4.
4?
Yeah. Okay.
And let's go over here and see the red snapper and some of the other seafood. Now, the seafood restaurant here was voted best seafood restaurant in Lake County, right?
Yes, Central Florida.
Central Florida?
Yes.
There's a lot of other awards as well.
Yes,
what are they?
We've won best orange cake dessert, best dish with the yellowtail snapper that we're making today, Cuban snapper, best bartenders, best romantic spot, a lot of awards.
Okay, well, let's grab this and go over what's on the plate.
What we have here today is one of our yellowtails. This is what we use for the Cuban snapper. This is a big eye tuna, grouper, mahi, U10 shrimp, lump crab, and diver scallops.
And today we're obviously going to cook the snapper
and some
the
scallops.
Okay, well, go for it.
So first thing you do, we take the snapper, and cut the fins off, because they don't cook very well. Kind of dry out your mouth a little bit. And we give it a nice little diamond score.
Oh, so you're going to cook it just
whole?
That way, huh?
Yeah.
Okay. I've always wondered, when you get that, are you supposed to eat the skin?
The skin is very good if it's cooked right. It's very crisp and clean if it's cooked right, but if it's cooked wrong, it'll be very soggy and fatty.
Now, has this been descaled?
Yes, it has.
So you have to descale them all?
Yes, when they come in, it's a nice mess in the back. And what we have here is our Cuban spice blend. It's dried thyme, coriander, cinnamon, oregano, bay leaves, parsley.
Okay.
Just coat this very well, both sides.
This is what gives it the flavoring?
Yeah, put a little bit inside.
Ah, good idea.
Shake it off, and we fold it in a U shape, and we drop it in one of these fryers right here. In about 7 minutes, it'll be done. Delicious.
Okay. And again, that's served with?
Rice, beans, and fresh vegetables.
Okay. Let's move on to the scallops. How do you cook these? Now, you told me this is one of your favorite dishes.
Yes,
so.
This is one of my favorite dishes. What we do is we start off with 4 scallops.
Those are nice and big.
Yes.
Where do you all get the scallops and the seafood?
We use a couple different purveyors. We get scallops from Bar Harbor. We get shrimp from another company and some fresh seafood. We also get fish flown in from different parts of the world.
And that's why this place has the best seafood in Central Florida. Okay.
So we have your scallops, you salt and pepper them on one side, and we have a pan. We're going to add a little bit of oil.
Now, what kind of oil is that?
That is a blend of olive oil and canola oil. The olive oil gives it a nice flavor, and the canola oil keeps it from burning onto the pan.
Is that a common thing, or did you come up with that? That's something that I've never heard of that.
It's pretty common.
Okay. How long are you going to cook the scallops?
About 3 minutes altogether. You want to get them a nice crust on each side.
And you told me they're going to be crunchy?
The vegetables will be crunchy that go with it.
Oh, okay.
And then we'll start with that. What we have here, we have julienne carrots.
And are those served on top of it?
Yes. Julienne red onion. Julienne green onion.
On a busy night, how many Cuban snappers go out?
Anywhere between a dozen and 20. It's hard.
Do you have help at least?
Yes,
okay.
We have plenty of help.
But this is nice though, because people can actually walk by and see everybody cooking in here.
The chef's room, which would be the tables up here, is so we talk to the guests and let them try some things if they're sitting there talking, stuff like that. So
now you have to fry that too?
No, this is served just like this.
Okay.
It's like a little vegetable salad goes on top of the scallops.
Okay.
Now, if you look, the scallops should be a nice golden crispness to them. So all the sugars in the scallop itself are kind of burning on them. So it gives a very nice sweet flavor.
Now, would the term caramelized be
Yes.
a good one? See, I'm learning words like that.
And then what we do is we put a little bit of white wine in it, just to kind of help it steam. And that'll help the inside of the scallop cook. One of the biggest things with our restaurant here is that we don't overcook the scallops. We send them out like medium to medium well. No problem cooking them, but a lot of people don't understand why, and it's because they're a lot sweeter and more flavorful if they're not overcooked. Because they go from mid-well to chewy very, very fast.
I know I've had some where I'm going, this doesn't taste right. So, but I'm assuming those are going to be awesome. So, we'll be eating that soon.
And for the Play-Doh, what we do is we'll take the scallops.
Wow, those look really good.
Take a little bit of vegetable mixture.
And I really can't wait to taste that with all those ingredients that you put in there. It's just...
And we take a little bit of oil. This is rosemary infused olive oil. Just pour it around there.
When somebody would eat this, would they eat the vegetables and then a scallop, or would they mix the two together typically?
Typically, I think the best way to eat them was just get a fork in there and just spoon it all up at once.
Okay.
Because the scallops are nice and hot and sweet, and then you have a little the sesame and the spice on the peppers and everything. It just kind of plays in your mouth a little bit.
So you would advocate a giant mouthful?
Yeah.
How are we doing on the snapper?
She's almost done. Actually, she's done. We'll let her sit for a second, drain. While she's draining, we'll get the rice and beans going.
Okay.
So we start with the whole butter. Onions.
I'm going to switch places with you so I can get a good look. All right, there we go.
Bell peppers, and then the beans. A little salt and pepper. A little key lime juice.
And then
a scoop of yellow rice.
Yellow rice, okay.
Just throw that in there.
Again, did you come up with this concoction yourself?
This is Miss Winter's recipe.
Oh, okay, cool.
And then on this pan, what we do is we're going to start with our vegetables. A little bit of butter. Use a lot of butter here.
Okay.
And then some fresh vegetables, zucchini, squash, asparagus, broccoli, red onions. Just gets a little bit thrown in.
So all three of these are going to go on the red snapper dish, correct?
Yeah.
Okay.
Season once again. Salt.
If somebody came in and said, hey, I don't want any salt, would you be okay with that?
Yes, it's not a problem. We a lot of requests for low salt. Sometimes people just don't like, zucchini or squash.
Sure.
They want something, they want just asparagus or something else. It's not a problem.
I think you're reading my mail. I'm good with just asparagus and broccoli. And how long does this have to cook before
that's it.
that's
Everything's pretty much pre-cooked, and we're just heating it up right now. So there's that. So I'm going to grab the yellowtail out of the fryer. And for plating, we'll load it up.
Look. It looks kind of scared.
Yeah, he's a little mad.
A little mad. Mad. That's good.
We get a lot of requests from people who generally don't want the head on it.
Yeah, I was gonna say, it kind of looks like a piranha.
And then we also get a lot of requests from people who love the head. There's a lot of soft meat in
Oh, really?
Yeah. And that is our Cuban snapper dish.
Okay, so both of our dishes are done?
Yep.
Okay, when we come back, we're going to put the chef to the test, and we have a special guest. Don't go anywhere.